Space, the final frontier. When we made our first game, The Pedestrian, we didn't have much of it. It's in a tiny little garage. We'll insert photos here. And because we're a lot more ambitious with this next project, working on Quiet on Set, we concluded that we needed more space. It's been a long time coming. Come on in and let's check it out. This is the entrance. We got a full kitchen, sink, dishwasher, oven, espresso machine because we need our energy. Refrigerator. Don't look in the refrigerator. 12-foot tall ceilings because we're really tall. Come on into the main room. This is the big part. This has been a dream of ours for years. Having a space big enough to stretch out, do the things that we really want to do requires a lot of space. This is a dream studio for us. This is our accent wall. One of the things we really wanted to have is things that inspired us as kids or things that we love. We're gonna cycle through these posters every once in a while and have new ones. Some of our favorite movies are up here right now. Vertigo, Star Wars. We didn't want to do like a generic Star Wars. I found a Japanese poster. These are legit. Secret of NIMH. Totoro, I can't remember the full name. If you guys have ideas for other posters, video games too, we'll put them up here. It'll be sweet. Jed built all these workbenches. One thing that we wanted to make sure we do with this studio is have it as dynamic as possible and functional as possible. So these workbenches are nice and tall so that we can work on stuff, but then they're also all on wheels. Look at this. Everything we can move around, put it wherever we want to. That way if I feel like I'm gonna put my desk over here today, I can, and we'll just shove this over out of the way. Jed built this whole thing from scratch. Look at this. Custom drawers to put all our junk in. Printer, look at that, to print our prints. Paper shredder to shred our shreds. Jed built 3 of these. I still have to sand and stain that middle one. It's not finished. This one is gonna be really cool. This is our entertainment center right here. We've got a receiver. We're gonna have a surround sound system, and it's all going into this. We're gonna run it in the attic, run it through the walls, because all of our surround sound speakers are gonna be in-wall speakers, so they're out of the way. And it all runs into this receiver, and then the receiver goes to the PlayStation, the Switch, our PC here. It'll all go up to our projector, and boom. This will be the ultimate gaming setup.
So as Daniel was saying, we have the projector up here, and one of the really cool things about the projector is we have it wired so that we can plug in any of our computers into the wall. So we have these beautiful network plates everywhere. There's tons of them. And then we have them wired back to the mechanical room, which we'll show you here in a second. But all those go back to the mechanical room, and then we can basically jump that to the projector. So any of our computers, we can have hooked up to the projector. So let's say that we're working on something, Daniel's like making a concept art piece, or we wanna like test something or show something in the game, we can have it go directly from our computer to the projector and onto the big screen so we can all see it. Another benefit of that is that when we're doing motion capture, which we'll give you a little sneak peek in the next video, when we're doing motion capture, we can actually have the motion capture computer blasted up on the screen, and as you're walking around in your mocap suit doing the animations, you can see yourself on the big screen, and it'll help a lot with the actors being able to get their bearings within the environment and everything they're in.
One of the most time-consuming things for us, well, specifically me, because while Jed was building these workbenches, do you see all of these acoustic panels on the wall? Take a quick little spin. Look at all these. There's almost 50 acoustic panels on the wall, and I had to make every single one of them from scratch. But they're very effective. You should have heard what this room sounded like before we put the acoustic panels in here. Because we want to have professional voice recording in this room, we wanted to make sure it's as dry as possible. Or is it wet? Slightly moist. We did this to make sure that the audio is not crazy echoey. When Jed, before we put up all these acoustic panels, we had Jed clap in here. I'll stand right here in the middle. Listen to this clap. Okay, that kind of sucked. Did you hear that? Like, Well, we're
Well,
still
we'll cut that out.
Here, how
It's
about this?
way better than it was. Like it's
Okay, that's
way
better.
way better.
Yeah, just listen real quick. Okay, that versus this is way better than it was. It was almost painful to talk in here. It was so echoey. I'm really happy with how the acoustic panels turned out. They look nice with the style we're going for. We want kind of like earthy accent colors. That's why we had our sister. She works at a flower shop and she's really good at this kind of stuff. She built all of these, well, we built the planter boxes and she put it with all of the plants in here, the stuff up in the corners. She's still gonna do some more. When we were working on the pedestrian, we were in this like little ugly box of a room. We just want a place that is like fun to be in, looks nice, it's uplifting. This is that place. I really like being in here. So, what?
Show off the desk.
Going along with that theme of we want everything to be dynamic and good for us not only to move around but to sit and stand, we've got these standing desks right here. So I can...
Yeah, you get a little arm workout.
It's just that easy. Now I'm standing. You gotta have monitor arms. It saves so much desk space and I can raise it up, boom. Now it's eye level, healthy.
But one of the other reason why we wanted these desks because they roll.
They're on wheels. Well, it's plugged in right now, so I'm not gonna move it. But, you know, when we're doing motion capture stuff, if we wanna change a scenery or something, we can just unplug it, move it over to the other corner, wherever we want.
As Daniel said, everything's on wheels, and one of the main reasons why we have it on wheels is so that when we're doing motion capture, we can take the desks and tuck them out of the way between the cameras. During the week, we might have like the desks maybe more in the middle or whatever, and then if we want to do a motion capture session, we stuff them next to the wall. Since everything's on wheels, we're not stuck permanently with any kind of configuration. We can kind of change things around.
We obviously needed to have seating, but we didn't want to have like a couch or something taking up a bunch of space. So we got ourselves some nice beanbag chairs for movie nights too. When we have this big screen here, just throw it out there, have a seat.
If we want to do a little dart session, just move the desk out of the way and then bam.
So we were trying to think of something that would be fun, you know, 10-minute break, something to do. Thought pool table, that'd be great, but that takes up a lot of space. Ping pong table, same problem. Darts don't take up any space. Watch this. Now, wait a sec. Get it close, no, you get it close up, we're gonna cut. I'm gonna put it like, let me see if I can get it. Let's just keep rolling until I hit that bullseye. You don't see my hand, do you? Oh, come on. I'll get it one of these times. Oh. There we go. Yes. So, I mean, we're technically pros now, or unofficial pros. Having these kind of things really kind of like make this a place
Get your
that's a lot
juices
more-
flowing.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of juice flowing if you're going to be creative. You got to take those little breaks.
You probably saw as we came in here. So this is the heart of our motion capture system. These little puppies, these are Vicon Vero cameras, and we have 20 of them. I'm not gonna get into too many specifics because we want to do a whole video on the motion capture system. Anyway, we have 20 of them. They're scattered all around the room. When we were building this place, we actually ran, oh heck, like 50 network cables back to the mechanical room. That way, all these cameras can be hardwired in, directly connected, and we will show more later. This is our whiteboard. We had like big whiteboards in the old studio, but they were always kind of ugly and boxy, I don't know. We found this stuff that's like whiteboard paint, and we thought this would be like way cleaner and look cooler. We did this like kind of like marquee kind of shenanigans, like, you know, in Photoshop or whatever, to outline the whiteboard, and then look, you can just mark on the wall.
One thing that we realized that's really helpful is having a lot of space to just start brainstorming stuff. We probably could have even made this bigger, but this is more than enough space for us to come up here and say, hey, I've got an idea. Jot, 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 scratch it out. How about this? How about that? We just throw it up there, and that really helps us kind of collaborate on ideas. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's gonna be very helpful. So another really helpful thing that we wanted to have in this studio and to make it more symmetrical is, that's the whiteboard where we do brainstorming. This is our inspiration wall, or our concept art visual development wall. When I make a piece of concept art, we have some references for a design we're working on. We just tack it all up here. These are all like cork, it's not cork board, but it's like a tack board type of thing. Put anything we want up here, or if we're just in need of a little boost of inspiration, we just come up here and just stare at it. And then once you're inspired, you go back to your desk and you get work done. That's what this is for. So we talked about
show them the blind.
So for those times when you're like feeling moody and you want it a little bit dark in here, watch this. Well, okay, this is twofold. So one of the things is we wanted to have natural light. I keep referencing our old studio, but basically we had so many things that we didn't like about our old studio. One of them was not much natural light. We wanted as much natural light coming in here as possible. So when I turn out the lights in here, you'll see on a sunny day, it's midday, so you don't have any direct sunlight coming in. But when you have direct sunlight coming in, this place is glowing with natural light. And we really are happy with how this place is just totally bright enough. You don't really need to have the lights on during the day. But during the day, if you want to play a game of Smash or something, we don't want that natural light interfering with our projector. What we have here is a remote. What does this remote do? Well, let me tell you. I don't have to tell you. You can see it. And I'll close this door. Look how dark it is in here. So now, if we were to turn the projector on, you would see it looks amazing because it's nice and dark in here. And then when we're done, you just open it right back up and we're good to go.
So this is the mechanical room. It's a touch messy because we haven't finalized everything, but basically the only thing interesting in here is up there. So this is our networking crap. We'll maybe talk about it more in the next video, but that's where all the Vicon motion capture crap happens. Cool thing about having a mechanical room is that this stuff is kind of loud and warm. So having it out of the way in a separate room is very nice.
Look how nice.
Look at all that beautiful cable management. Oh my, well, okay, don't ignore this. I haven't finished, but look at this. Look at these bundles. Oh, they look so beautiful. Beautiful bundles. Bundles of joy.
So that is the gist of our studio right now. We are really excited that we are in a place where we have room to grow, and everything that we need to do for our current project, Quiet on Set, is gonna happen in this studio. I really hope you guys stick around because we're going to just keep ramping up our videos. We're gonna hang out in this place. We're gonna make Quiet on Set. It's gonna be a lot of fun. In our next video, we're gonna talk about Vicon, which is our motion capture system. We're really gonna show off all the details of how motion capture works and how cool it is. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.